So, what if you are the brave one? What if you are the one that is actually being brave, wanting to be in a relationship, wanting to be a little bit more loved and connected, vulnerable, and all of the good stuff, and all the hard stuff that comes with being in a relationship? I am Jacqueline, professional matchmaker and founder of Discover Love Matches. I've been matching people for 9 years professionally, and it's been such a powerful journey. And I was thinking about this last week. I was meeting with an amazing client of mine, and she has been just awesome to work with. She's incredible. She does the homework. She's engaged in the journey, and she is genuinely on her own path while also growing and learning in her own life. And we were talking about relationships and how, in many ways, people think of somebody who is in a relationship as being weak, as if they need that relationship and they couldn't do it on their own. And then she started to realize, hold on, maybe that is actually being strong. And as we were talking, I thought, this is exactly one of those obstacles that we get in our heads and we don't always know how to perceive it. But the reality is, it is difficult to be single, and it can be very frustrating being single. But when you're single, you can make all the choices, all the decisions, all of the things on money management, how you're going to spend your day, how clean you're going to be, how messy you're going to be, how you're going to sleep, everything, planning, organizing. And so you really have only you to argue with and only you to let down and only you to challenge. But when you decide you're ready to push your comfort zone and your own levels of where you line up, you realize that being in a relationship is a different level of work and commitment. And it really is actually very brave of you to choose love. It's brave of you to put yourself in that vulnerable place. I know as I work with such great clients and listen to their vulnerable sides and fears of being available but rejected, it is fascinating to see how much we crave that connection. And as another one of my amazing clients, she's like, I just believe we were meant to be with somebody, and so I just want to find my somebody. And there's that feeling of growth that comes when you're in a relationship. And even watching my 3 children, who are all in wonderful, long-term, very healthy, kind, contributing relationships, but they have to make choices sometimes of showing up for their partner or making their own decisions of what they want to do or being available for them and supporting what they need. And it's very easy to just take care of you as a single person, even though there are moments it gets lonely and it can get frustrating and you wish you had the companionship. The reality is it's just you. It's just you that you're concerned with. So it can be you choosing whatever friends you want, wherever you want to live, whatever trips you want to take. You get to do whatever you want. And this is where some of the challenges of flexibility can be difficult if you've been single for an extra long time. But then also realizing that when my clients decide they're ready to find love, they're ready to move forward, they have to be brave enough to be vulnerable and possibly rejected. And we just had a great dance mingle. And even in the simplest form of asking somebody to dance or receiving a dance invitation, there's so much thought of, well, should I or shouldn't I? When really it's just a song. And if you have fun dancing, you can dance to the next song. If not, you come back and sit down at the table. So it's a very relaxing space, but we're always wondering, where do we want to be vulnerable? Where do we want to open ourselves up? Where do we want to give things an opportunity of possibilities? So it's a powerful way to stop and think, you know what? I'm brave because I want to go out and meet somebody. And I want you to think in that way. I want you to kind of posture yourself up and think about how great you are, because you're being brave right now when you're going out and you're showing up. When you show up to one of my events, you totally have to kind of take that deep breath and go, oh, I really hope I meet someone, even if it's not a match, but you make a friendship or you feel comfortable and you interact. I always get so excited when I start seeing different people connect and work together in a way that is positive and inviting. And it's neat because new people walk in and somebody else just kind of scoops them in and says, hey, come sit with us and come join with us. And it really makes it a positive experience. And I just want to say kudos to you. Kudos for you to put your heart out there. You know, when you fill out a profile, you're like, this is me, and this is what I have to offer, and this is what I am looking for, and this is what I can bring to a relationship. It's a lot of raw emotion that you're putting out there. And I want you to know, I think you're really brave. And I think that you're phenomenal because you're saying, I'm willing to learn and adjust and make room for somebody new. I'm willing to compromise. I'm willing to be flexible. I'm willing to learn something new. I mean, the people that say they're so used to being single and they're good at being single and they really want to stay single. I was at an event a couple weeks ago, and it was an open event. It wasn't one of mine. I was just co-hosting, and I had a number of people walk up to me saying, oh, I want to stay single. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's totally awesome. I am absolutely not here to sway anyone any direction, but it was definitely like they're used to their life. They're very comfortable in their life. They like how their life has become, and that is awesome too. But for you that are listening and are like, oh, this is tough. This is hard to get out there and meet somebody. And it's hard to start dating and then it doesn't work out. Or you meet someone and you're all intrigued, but you don't know what to do with it. And it's just kind of that hanging in limbo language. And it's a tough one. But the reality is, I want you to know, I think you're brave. I think you're super brave. I think that you are incredible because it's so easy to just stay single. It might suck at times, but it's really easy to stay single and make your own choices and manage everything on your own. But the reality comes back to how much more can you grow? How much can you bloom if you put yourself in a position where you now have another person that actually has a say in things, that you have to compromise with, that you have to make time for, that you get to get excited about, that you have moments that you're hurt, maybe moments that you're sad, maybe moments that you're confused. I mean, there's a whole new ball of emotions that comes up when you make yourself vulnerable to love. I always tell people how if you're putting energy into dating, you could just keep dating one person, one date, and eventually there's 10 people you've met, but nothing's progressing. Or you can put that same energy into one person that you've clicked with and you grow and you challenge yourself. I don't believe necessarily that it's just finding that needle in a haystack. It's more about finding somebody that you like enough to learn about, give them a chance to really show up, and then communicate, knowing that you all come with your baggage, all of your past issues, and each one of you are stopping and thinking, where do I want to put my energy focus? Because you're going to be putting energy into being single, into being in a relationship, into being in a courtship, into being in whatever stage of life you're in. You still put energy into it. So the question comes to, do you want to be brave and seek out somebody and risk rejection, risk heartbreak, risk compromise and adjustments for hopefully long-term payoff of a loving relationship? Or do you want to be in a situation where you're like, hey, I'm still good doing me? And that's actually really great too. I want people to feel brave to step up for whatever it is that matters to you. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, and let me know where you are on your love journey. Are you brave and giving yourself credit for getting out there? Wanting to find love is so not a weakness. It is a strength. It is saying, hey, I am ready to let somebody see all of me, not just physically naked, but emotionally naked, and somebody to show up. I'm willing to put it out there and be like, I want to say I have a boyfriend, or I have a girlfriend, or I have a sweetheart, or I have a partner. I'm willing to say I'm making time for somebody new. That's brave. That is super brave. That is so powerful to stop, step back, and say, hey, I'm choosing this opportunity. I am choosing the happiness and the possibility of real, true love and real, true heartbreak. We have no idea where any relationship's going. You stay single, you know where you're doing, you know where you're going. Personal growth is always great, but you never really know when you start opening up to the possibility of love. You have no idea. It's like a little lottery ticket. You're scratching, hoping that you're going to get the $1 million ticket of an amazing, incredible life opportunity with somebody special. So I want to applaud you for being brave. I want to applaud you for stepping up. and knowing that being vulnerable to find love is a very brave thing to do. I am Jack Willen, professional matchmaker and founder of Discover Love Matches. We're here to support you to find love, enjoy love, and keep love. We're going to keep this conversation going, and I'll be talking to you soon.